Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you. Remember, there's no astrology in these. So check them for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, and also, as always, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit the subscribe button. All right, so your key to the week this week is the Tree of Life. This is undoubtedly one of my favorite cards in all of the decks that I own. And the reason being is because it represents what I like to call divine intervention and divine assistance. Divine intervention sometimes means that the thing that we wanted or the direction we thought we were going, it shifts and it changes in a way that seems like the universe has a mind of its own, which we already know it does, right? In terms of divine assistance, this is where maybe in some area of your life, you've tried everything that you can think of and there's been just no movement and you can't figure out what, why, how, or any of that stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, something opens up or pushes things along. This week, where things are stagnant, they will move. This week, where things are going in a direction and you think that, you know, everything's going maybe in the direction you think it should be or whatever, if there is a delay, if there's a delay or there is a, a detour that shows up in the grand scheme of the sat nav of your life, that is the divine hand pushing you towards what actually is for you in terms of, lifescape. All right. Now, for your actions and options, you have the Hermit card. So this week, it really is about going within and it really is about going it alone. This isn't to say that you are on your own, that there's no support. This is not that at all. This is you taking it upon yourself, your actions and options. This is you taking it upon yourself to say, you know what, I'm going to do me for a week, even if it's just a week, right? Maybe it's just a day or 2-3 days out of the week that is ahead. In some area of your life, and it may be that the divine hand says, look, you know what, maybe you reach out for support on something and you don't get any. It's not because you are on your own. It's because there's something that only you can learn from the situation that you are in. And if you've been with me long enough, you will have heard me say, when the hermit shows up, the high priestess, your intuition has a message for you, but it's not getting through because there's too many distractions, okay? So what you're being asked to do here, or to pay attention to, is that space of being alone, choosing to be alone. Now, with this, in terms of the options that are available to you, there is going to be a moment for reflection. There's somewhere, like over the course of this week, you will have a time where you can kind of steal away, where you'll have enough quiet time to really stop and observe something at its core or at its root. Take it. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Eight of Swords. This is so weird, right? Because this kind of echoes the Hermit card, but in terms of your communications, it's like the messages that you put out are just not reaching. If you're sending out paperwork, if you're sending out documents, if you're making phone calls, you're getting the voicemail instead of getting through to the person that you want to speak to. Your email is potentially bouncing back. And it's not, like I said, this isn't about you being cut off from anything or anyone. It's about you needing to take time to be on your own, to be insulated in your own energy so that you can discover what it is that needs to be, what it is that needs to be adapted or even shifted on an internal level. This is about figuring out what you are saying, whether that's with your words, with your thoughts, with your energy, with your spirit, It's a moment for you to really get clear and honest with yourself. Divinely imposed, right? Now, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this week you could be feeling this week you could just be feeling the strain, right? This, especially with the Hermit card, it's like maybe you want to go out and socialize, but you've got that essay that's due and you're like, you know what, it's just not worth it. Let me just do what needs to be done. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week you could really be feeling the burden of work, right? Like you could really be feeling like, you know what, I just want to kick back. I want to do my own thing. I want to have more fun or more enjoyment. I actually want to live my life a bit more. And it's just not possible because you've got so much on. And also because the demand that is on you at the moment seems to be maybe more than it is usually. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, it is a potential that like maybe you're sending out phone calls, emails, etc. Maybe you're trying to reach certain people and it's like it just seems to be radio silence. And that's because there's something else for you to learn here that you're just not getting because things are too loud. All right, this I actually think is the universe giving you a timeout, and not in like the I'm giving you a timeout to punish you kind of way. Like I'm giving you a timeout so that you can hear and think and see and feel what you're actually saying mentally to yourself, what words you're using when you're communicating with people. It's like you're really getting a glimpse at yourself, and this glimpse is giving you a chance to adapt some stuff should need be. For those of you that are, that might even be in your marketing as well. When it comes to your, those of you that are retired and no longer working, this week for you guys, I think could be challenging because it might feel like, you know what, I need something to do because I'm going to start going a bit stir crazy shortly. This is about really needing to use the energy that you have. If you can, and you're retired and you have the means, I would travel this week. Do something where you can get away from home for at least a day or two. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I actually like this for you guys because it means that you're turning a corner, and through being a bit more quiet, a bit less social, a bit less outgoing, a bit less sort of connected and available for everybody else, you're more connected and available to your partner, and then you can sort of see where things may have got off track in some regard. For those of you that are single and looking, if you're meeting anybody this week, it's only going to be fleeting and it's likely to be on your travels. It will be out and about doing something away from home. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Pentacles. I mean, it's not a bad card for money, to be fair. Lots of people say, all the usual crap that comes up with this, but I actually like this card for money. For those of you that are saving, for those of you that are working on crunching the numbers and getting things sorted and ready, for, whether this is to buy a home, whether it's to buy a new car, whether it's to set up a business, whatever it is that you're saving for and putting your money away for, this week you're having to really look at the numbers sort of seriously to get really clear on what it looks like for you to make that goal, right? This, I think, and actually the universe is coming in here with this Tree of Life card with the Four of Pentacles to say, look, you know what, if you dig in now, right, and you adjust and adapt what needs to instead of holding to this one position or this is the only way I can reach this goal, I'll bring you whatever or whoever you need in order to advance this. Okay, now when it comes to your physical health and vitality, your body is very much your messenger this week. Like, I can't stress this to you enough. When it comes to the physical body, I would say your bones and your skin are the two things that you really need to look after this week. All right, when it comes to your home and environment, the Four of Pentacles is actually a nice card for home because it's stability and security. However, it does look like a select few of you are traveling away from home this week for any number of reasons. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.